And Donna, I love you so much. And Donna was my mentor. Donna is the reason for a lot of my successes. And I will for that, and I will be here for you and Mr. Wilburn till the end. I also wanted to just take a moment that when this happened, the amazing team of Ben Crump was on the ground, running as soon as they hit the ground. And we truly, truly appreciate all that you have done.
Thank you, Uncle Ray.
And what you will do. So on behalf of the Massey family and Donna, I also would like to, there's a lot of love and support all over the world, and we are just overwhelmed and so appreciative of that.
I'm just hoping that, her situation, her case, to, sit here and be the beacon of light that a lot of cases need. Like, enough is enough. Something has to be done. Some laws need to be changed. And it's we, the people. The system shouldn't be running us. We should be running the system. We should be asking for these laws to be put in place to our mayors, to our senators, to our governors, and whatever president is in charge of the country is supposed to be saying, okay, I agree, let me pass this. No, I don't agree. Go ask them for something else. And we're supposed to be speaking up. This is how it should be done, but constantly, not just when somebody dies, not just when somebody, when something hits the fan. We need to be speaking up constantly and asking for these changes. The more and more we see shit pop off, the more and more we see stuff happen. Not when, it comes out to the news and stuff like that. No. Like, that's why, shout out to their family, because they are still speaking up and they're still fighting. Shout out to every family that speaks up, stands up, and fights for their family. Like, justice needs to be done and laws need to be changed. Say her name, loud and clear, so they'll never forget it. Sonya, Massey, anywhere where fear runs deep, heavy trigger cops don't think, they just sleep. Over a pot of boiling water, such a shame, a coward in blue playing a deadly game. Sonya Massey pleaded on her knees, I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the trigger happy hitter. A life taken too soon for what crime? Just a pot of water bubbling over time. No chance to explain or make it right. In the blink of an eye, plunged into eternal night. The headlights scream of injustice and pain as we mourn another life lost in vain. The system broken, hearts shattered apart by those who should protect with courage, not dark. Sonya Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the trigger happy hitter. In a world so unjust, Sonya Massey lost her life. Blame thrown left and right, but just to show ignite. Say her name loud and clear, let the truth be near. In the shadows of deceit, her memory we hold dear. Amidst the darkness and lies that cloud her fate. A victim of cruelty and a cruel twist of hate. Whispers of the injustice echo through the night. Sonya's spirit lingers, demanding what is right. Sonya Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the trigger happy hitter. In the shadows of the night, Sonya stood tall. I rebuke you, in the name of Jesus she called. The officer's eyes filled with venomous spite as he dared her. And I rebuke you in the dim moonlight. Sonya pleaded for mercy on bended knees. I'm sorry, she whispered, her voice filled with plea. But the officer's words cut through like a knife. A crazy bitch she spat with hatred and strife. With courage in her heart, Sonya spoke clear and bold. Her name echoed loud as the story unfolds. Sonya Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the heavy trigger hitter. In the darkness of despair, a cry for help was in the air. Sonya Massey just 36, her mental health in need of fix. But a heartless cop's cool hand ended her life without a care. Say her name loud and clear, let it echo far and near. Justice must be served for Sonya's unfairly taken. May her story be a beacon, shining light on lives forsaken. Sonya Massey pleaded on her knees. I'm sorry, she cried, but he still squeezed. No heart in his chest, just cold and bitter. This feels like a setup by the happy trigger hitter. We lift our voices high to honor Sonya's name in the sky. Let it hover over their heads as a reminder of the cost of neglecting those in need and the lives that have been lost.
I'm going to end with just saying, would you please keep your thoughts and prayers with our family.
Amen. Ms. Donna, you want to say anything? Yeah. Tom? Just if you want to say it. This is Sonya's mother, Donna Massey.
They said Sonya had mental issues. What started it was she started getting a feeling. She kept telling us, "Mama's gonna die. Mama's gonna die." I said, "Stop saying that because it didn't happen." She said it 4 days, all day, to me and Malachi, and we thought we were triggering her. She kept saying, "Why are you mad at me?" We said, "We're not mad at you." She said, "But I'm gonna die," and she told us over and over and over for 4 days, and she was dead in 4 days.
We're so sorry, Miss Donna. And the final person you hear from is her son, Malachi, who's going to tell you about who his mother was to him and then what they told him when they called him that morning. So please pray for him and his sister Sonya as they continue to try to deal with this new reality. Malachi.
My mother, she's everything to me. I love her, like, with my whole heart. Like, I can't believe none of this is going on right now. But she means everything to me. I didn't say what I can say about her. I love her with my whole heart. Honestly, I don't even know what to say here. This is overwhelming. But thank you guys for all of the love and support that y'all are doing for us too. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Malachi, I want you to spell your name.
My name is Malachi, Malachi. My last name is Hill Massey, Hillmassey.
Okay. And Malachi, one last thing. Can you tell them what they told you when they called you? Because you were the first person they called. Right.
They called me at 5 o'clock in the morning after I had dropped my dad off at work, and they had told me that my mom has been shot in her eye, and it came out the back of her neck. And they didn't know who shot her. And all I'm doing is asking, who shot her? Who shot her?
Yo, the way they just told him, like they just straight up just told him your mom just got shot through the eye and the bullet went to the back of her neck. Like, yo, what was they thinking when they made that call to a 17-year-old?
All they would say is somebody shot her. That's what they kept on telling me. So, of course, what did I think? An intruder came and shot her or something because I got a text message from her that night that somebody was at the back door. But I would have never in the world thought the police shot my mom. Like, how?
My Lord.
How?
And this was 5 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah. And so thank you, Malachi. We're going to be with you until we get justice for Sonya Massey. Thank you, Malachi. Thank you, Sonya. Roland wanted the first question. Roland.
Invisible battles fought within, mental health struggles hidden from kin, silent cries for help ignored and unseen. Yet behind closed doors is a raging scene. Anxiety, depression, they silently creep, taking over minds while others sleep. Stigma and shame keep the truth at bay. But mental health matters more than we say. Let's break the silence, end the taboo. Reach out to those feeling blue. Listen with empathy, offer a hand, because mental health is something we must understand.
about the Georgia Floyd Justice Act. Can you be to the point of pressuring the governor so Illinois can pass that law as opposed to waiting for the federal feds to act?
Good question.
Very, very good question. I think I said in my statement that the governor met with the family, but we need to go further than that and have a state law, name it the Sonya Massey law, in the state of Illinois. Prohibit law enforcement from switching from district to district and to make their whatever occurs that leads to their suspension, termination, or moving, make it transparent to the public. It should do that and name it after Sonya Massey in the state of Illinois. We're going to keep pressuring that nationally, but they can do that now in the state of Illinois. We have a Democratic governor, attorney general, state attorney, all the way down. There's no reason why people come and asking us for our vote that they will not make that state law right away.
And I will say this, the governor met, and the lieutenant governor met with the family for about 45 minutes, Cliff, an hour. And Roland, he said that he endeavored to be a.
All right, so the lieutenant governor was there. Is he going to write, down a law that the president could pass? And for those of y'all that are confused, right, I mean exactly what I'm saying, right? Because when we got down with our mayor and stuff like that, right, the senators, the governors, all of them was there when we was asking to pass these little laws and these little bills that Cheryl Parker just recently passed in 2024. She passed them. We didn't like what came with it, but she still passed certain laws and certain bills that we, the people, asked for. Well, she had to get approved by, the presidents and stuff, and all of them legislators, all that, But my whole point is, right, I keep trying to tell y'all that we're the ones that got to go up there and demand what we want. We got to speak up in a respectful way. You just can't go up there and be like, well, bitch, I want you to, make this law possible, or I want you, bitch, to change this. Motherfucker, please. That's not how you go up there and y'all got to go up respectfully. Y'all can't just talk like y'all in the hood. But we can get these laws. We can get certain bills passed if we speak up as we the people. You see how they united and they're coming together right here in this rally? Yes, this is how it's done. And this is what I've been trying to tell people. Like, this is how y'all going to get things done. We got to come together as we the people. So shout out to the state of Illinois because, Chicago. I said, did this happen in Chicago and Illinois? I think it did Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to the state of Chicago because they're coming together and they doing this the way they supposed to do it.
Partner in justice with the family. He said he was disgusted with what he saw in the video, and he committed to sign whatever legislation that Senator Doris Turner was offering to make sure that an officer couldn't go from district to district. Reverend, he thought that they had already covered this in a sweeping police reform bill they signed in 2021. And so he was just shocked that this deputy could move around like this. So that's the one thing I would say, Roland, that he promised his family that he was going to be standing up for justice on this matter. Before we take the next question, something did you want to say about? Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah.
She said, "God love you, and Mama."
The last thing my mom told me when she talked to me is that she gave me specific names. I won't tell y'all, but she did tell me that the police was gonna kill her or these other people. And I'm like, why is that? And then after that, I didn't talk to her until like about 2 days later, and she was like, she had told me her exact words is they gonna kill mommy, baby. And I got mad. We had gotten to it, and I'm like, stop saying that because you're gonna speak down upon yourself. And then the day, like 30 minutes before she died, she called me and she texted me asking what I was doing, but I didn't reply because I was asleep. But the day before that, I talked to her. She was like, I love you. She always just kept saying, I love you. I love you. And then she texted me. She said, God always wins and mom loves you. And then I was supposed to go home with her that night too. But I was like, no, because I knew something was off. I was like, I'm just have my dad bring me in the morning. And the next morning came like 8 o'clock that morning. I told my dad I tried to call my mom back. And then that's when he told me that she was killed.
Let me say this, and I don't want with Mordecai.
Yo, that's crazy. Like, they young. They got to deal with the situation. I hope the shorty, doesn't feel guilty for what happened to her mom because it's not her fault. But something in her face is telling me that she's feeling that guilt. I mean, if y'all look at her face, it's like, damn, she's probably in her head saying, I wish I would have listened to my mom or we would have took her serious. And this leads back to Isabel Butterfield. And again, the officer that shot her down, Sean Grayson. Isabel Butterfield is the nurse in the hospital that Sonya Massey was in. Sean Grayson is the husband of Isabel Butterfield. Isabel Butterfield's father is the person that gave word to the chief in the police department that hired Grayson for him to get hired. He got hired because of Isabel Butterfield's father, which is his father-in-law. That he was respected that much, that he had that much pull to get somebody into a police department with the type of background that he had it. Yo, this shit is crazy. It's crazy.
Malachi said to go off unnoticed. If you know that a law enforcement, a sheriff's deputy, kills somebody, how do you call them? Not come by from the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
Not visit them. How do you call them, a strange person on the phone, saying your mother got shot through the eye? The callous insensitivity.
I just said that.
Is very striking.
I just said that. Like, how do they make that call to a 17-year-old and just straight up say that with no remorse? To a 17-year-old? Like, wait, what? That's probably what he said. Wait, what? That's crazy, man.
Striking to me.
Yeah.
If it was the other way around, they would have went to the house and sat down with the family and prepared them for that. And do you need assistance? A phone call from a stranger, you don't even know if it's a prank call, and then lied about who did it, is also part of what needs to be part of this investigation.
And before we take your question, just what she said, God will always be with you, and remember, Mama loves you. That, many people say she had a premonition. When you watch that video, she came to the front porch saying, God help me, God help me. She was on the couch saying, I need my Bible. I need my Bible, while they was trying to ask her questions. I need my Bible. And then when she was following his instructions, getting the powder water, what was she saying? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Almost as if she knew that she was going to be killed.
Facts. I feel as though like the cop set her up. Like, he really set her up. You knew that she had mental health issues. You sit here and you tell her to go turn off the pot of water. She does not have that pot of water in her hand when you tell her to drop the pot of water. She doesn't have it. She already put it down. When she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, he said, you better not. You better not. I dare you. I'll shoot you in the fucking face. I'll shoot you straight in the fucking face. She said, I rebuke you. And that's when he pulled his freaking pistol out. She drops the fuck down and says, I'm sorry. She pleaded, I'm sorry. He keeps yelling, put the pot down, put the pot, drop it, drop it, drop it. Goes near her, still with the pistol pulled out, knowing that she has no pot in her hand, knowing that she suffers from paranoid schizophrenia. Still walks up close to her. As he's walking close with the pistol, that's when she reaches up to grab that pot again. She throws the water on the floor, not towards the officer. She doesn't go, shh. She doesn't do that. She throws the water on the floor and reaches up with the pot like if the pot was going to protect her. Because in her head, she thought it was going to protect her. He got close already and just started shooting without no remorse. Compassion for this officer. This officer belongs in a casket.
By this officer. I mean, when you look at that video, it is riveting. And so, Reverend Al, what we keep saying is she needed a helping hand. She did not need a bullet to the face.
And you do that in other communities. It is not regular procedure. That's right. You only do this with us. And that's why us is showing up with the Massey family.
You know, we need Mr. Wilburn, her father, to be here because he stated his position quite clearly that the blood of his daughter is on the sheriff's hands. He has not backed off of that. He said if he would have hired somebody like this and they killed somebody, he would be made to resign. So why is it any different? And before Reverend Al addresses...
That's true. That's true. I mean, a lot of people have said that. I don't know how y'all feel. If you're in the chat, you catch the replay, right? If the sheriff was black, he would have been made to resign. But since the sheriff is not, hey, and this is my opinion. I don't want nobody to take it offensive. But it's like, listen, like when the pandemic happened, right? The plandemic happened, right? And all these riots were happening and all that. Why was people hitting the stores in their own communities? Right? When they was talking about hitting the police, shutting the police down and all this stuff, why were they coming in their own communities, robbing and stealing and hurting people in their own communities instead of actually going to the police departments and pulling the riots there? I mean, that's my question. If y'all trying to shut the police down and all this shit, why go to y'all communities and tear down your own community? Why not riot towards where y'all aim is at? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm asking the wrong questions. Y'all scared of the police department, but y'all say I want to shut it down. But instead, since y'all don't come at them, y'all come and y'all shut down your own communities. Y'all steal and rob your own stores. That's what the fuck we do. That's what we do. So shout out to how they doing this right here, because they're speaking up. They're fighting the system with their own tools. And that's what I be trying to tell people. If we come together, we can fight the system using their own tools. Hey, but people don't want to listen. They just want to sit here like, come on, man, we got to get it together. Philly, a lot of places where we think that unity isn't going to get us nowhere. Like, we got to come together. Y'all want to get these laws passed? Y'all want to make a change with, the police department and all that? Yeah, we got to hit them right there. We got to go straight to the legislators. Speak up, stand up. Not tear down your own community.
addresses that answer, Adrian. You know, I learned as a little boy, my grandmother taught me, she said, your actions speak much louder than your words, Sheriff. Your actions speak much louder than your words, Solomon County. So we're going to see their actions. Their words with all the cameras ring hollow until we see their actions.
I would say, as stated, Mr. Wilburn, the father's call for his resignation. I would say that if we're looking right now nationally at them putting the Secret Service and FBI on the grill about the attempt on Donald Trump's life and his Desert One resignation. How do you become a sheriff or a deputy that was in his sixth assignment, which you had to know, and you did not even have the courtesy and the decency to go to this family's house and explain what happened when you knew it? Anyone that is sensitive and anyone that allowed someone that should have never been in that department should not only resign, he should apologize to the people in that county.
Facts. Both speaking some facts. The Reverend speaking some facts.
Oh, hold on. They have not met, no, but not yet.
They ain't talking to me.
Come on, press. Let me do the press first, brother. Oh, you in the press? Okay.
Yo, the daughter is mad. She said he ain't talking to me. I think if the daughter had him in her face, she was, yo, man, she was snap. Me personally, man, I ain't holding back, man. I'm not. I wouldn't. So shout out to this family for the way they standing up and speaking up.
State who you are, where you're from. State who you are and where you're from.
My question is, the law that you got inside Massey law, could you also include in there that mental health specialists come out?
Yes.
Yes, I think that.
We can protest and get, we got a Black House speaker. Yeah, we can put that on.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Say that in the Massey law we propose and include mental health, and I think he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
We'll take two more, yeah.
When was the family finally told by law enforcement that
24 hours later, they found out in the press. Right, yeah, I found out from the press. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah, I will say this and let Reverend Al Sharpton have the final word. Yeah, we must continue to say her name, Sonya Massey.
Sonya Massey.
Because Black women
Sonya
who
Massey
are killed by police officers in the United States of America rarely get justice. I mean, your native daughter, Sandra Bland, got no justice. Breonna Taylor, I mean, they had a trial. Nobody was convicted. There was a hung jury. They're going to try again at the end of this year. And if there's no conviction, we doubt Breonna Taylor will ever get justice. Pamela Turner, Reverend Al, you remember in Houston, did another terrible video where a Black woman was shot 5 times by the police on her back, in her face, in her chest, in her stomach, and nobody goes to jail for killing Black women. So that's why we got to keep saying justice for Sonya Massey. Justice for Sonya Massey. Justice for Sonya Massey.
All right, we will start the rally at 6 o'clock. Thank you very much. Okay.
In times of doubt and fear, you're always there. Your loving grace beyond compare. Lord, I've learned that in you I must believe, but only in your arms my heart finds reprieve. Through trials and storms, you never left my side. In your strength and wisdom, I will abide. I trust in you alone, my rock and my guide. With faith as my shield, in you I confide. When darkness falls and hope seems lost, I turn to you no matter the cost. You light the way with unwavering trust. In your embrace, I know I must adjust.